Hi everyone, today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what Zillow is, what it isn't, when you should use it, and when you maybe shouldn't use it. Zillow offers a great way for you to find a quick estimate of what your home is worth. It's called a Zestimate. It's a lot of fun to look at. I did notice that my own house went up by $30,000 or $40,000 in one weekend. I do check it from time to time just to see what it thinks my house is worth. And there's no real reason associated with that. I guess something had sold in the neighborhood. Zillow essentially uses just an algorithm, so maybe it averages what other houses are selling for in your neighborhood and comes up with your value that way. If you want to get a better estimate of it, you can go in and kind of play with at least what some of the features are in your home so that Zillow has a better idea of what you have going on. But Zillow is a computer algorithm, so it doesn't have any idea what kind of upgrades you've made in the house. It's basically just looking at the houses around it and giving you that sort of an average. It is free, so it's very convenient to use, but so is dating advice from your Uncle Larry, who's been divorced twice, so sometimes you get what you pay for. So keep that in mind if you're going to use your Zestimate. It's probably a better idea to have a realtor or even an appraiser come out and take a look at your house and give you a better idea of what it's actually going to sell for. The second great thing to use Zillow for is if you're searching for houses that are for sale. But Zillow has a lot of errors. Sometimes I've had some of my listings that I sold ages ago show up on Zillow as though they're for sale. And I might get a phone call from somebody asking me, you know, is this property for sale? And then I go and look it up and I see that for whatever reason, Zillow has repopulated it as though it is an active listing, even though it's not. The second issue I see very often is that Zillow posts houses that are being foreclosed on or in the process of being foreclosed on, as though it sort of makes them look like they're for sale. It'll say foreclosure on there. I understand that that means it's just that the current owner is maybe in arrears on paying their mortgage and a lis pendens has been filed with the county, but buyers a lot of times think those houses are actually for sale, and it's not the case. They may be for sale one day, they might be short sold, or they might become foreclosed properties that are being sold by a bank, but generally speaking on Zillow, they are not for sale. Zillow has a great database and a great map feature that is really easy to use, and it's fun to look at, and it's a good resource. But keep in mind that some of the stuff that you're seeing on there is not really for sale. Another great way to use Zillow is if you're trying to sell your home for sale by owner, because as an owner you can post a house there. However, we did an experiment last summer. We posted a house on Zillow to see what would happen, and basically for the month that I had it listed, I got 3 calls, or maybe 4 calls, but 3 of them were from realtors who told me they had clients that really wanted to take a look at the house. And I had hung a coated lockbox like you can buy at Home Depot on the door. So I let them go and show the house, and then they called me up afterwards to say, hey, the client's not interested, but have you ever thought about listing with a realtor? So essentially, they were not really genuinely interested in the home. And then the other call was from somebody who was interested in the home but did not have financing. So it was just an experiment. It kind of gave me the results that I expected to find. You can, of course, sell your home for sale by owner on Zillow, but you have to keep in mind you're going to have a very, very limited audience for that, essentially just people who look on Zillow. Real estate agents really do not use Zillow to look for houses unless they are trying to find people who are trying to sell their home for sale by owner. That's frequently why we go to Zillow, just because the MLS is a much more robust and easy to use database, and it's one that we pay for to use, so that's the one that we refer to as professional real estate agents. Looking for houses for sale to show our clients. Another fun fact, the CEO of Zillow actually sold his own home for 40% less than what the Zestimate said his home was worth. So he sold it for $1.05 million, and his Zestimate estimated that the home was worth $1.75 million. So just keep that in mind, it's not always accurate. In conclusion, Zillow is a great database. It's really user-friendly. The map feature is really, really easy to use. It's not going to replace a real estate agent or an appraiser when it comes to finding the value of your home. If you're listing it for sale by owner, you're probably going to hit a very limited market who look at Zillow, and you can't even always trust it to find houses that are actually for sale. But it is user-friendly. It has a lot of dedicated users to it, so just keep those points in mind if you're going to use it. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.